Welcome back to the AI Innovation Podcast. I'm Younes, your host, and I thank you for joining me on this episode. I got a comment last time that I wasn't looking into the camera, so I'll try this time to do a better job. So today, what we're looking at is basically the basic functions of Evalflow. I'll dive in first into how to use Evalflow, which is an AI-powered performance management solution. So going just over the basic features, nothing too complicated. And after that, we'll see how you can access that information. So without further delay, I'll just share my screen right now, and I'll be able to show you how to use Evolveflow after you just sign up. So just give me 1 second here. All right. So right now, yes. So this is, once you log into Evolveflow, this is what you see. So you will have your homepage screen, and the homepage screen will show your avatar. This is just an imaginary employee. So let's say this is the CEO of Evolveflow. Imaginary name. You will have the name, your own name. So basically, the logged in person will see their own name, their position, and the department they work in. The main screen that you log in is basically all the feedbacks that you've created for all your team members. So you can scroll down. They're sorted by creation dates, and you can type in either the feedback itself. So let's say, I don't know, agile response. You will see that it will show you any feedback related to agile response. You can type in the employee name. So let's say Olivia, and it will show you all the feedbacks that were created for Olivia. We chose to basically put the main screen, which is the home page, on feedbacks because we believe that feedbacks are the most powerful and impactful aspect of performance management for any employee or HR practices. So you could either do that, or you could click on the employee itself, and it will show you at that point. The next screen will show you the employee, full name, again, position within the company, and which department they're in. And it will show you all the feedbacks for that specific employee. So here it says all feedbacks for Olivia Jones. I will dive into details on how to use the platform more, and access all the screens and be able to quickly use it. But my main focus today is to basically show you how to use Evalflow once you sign up. So the first thing, obviously, when you sign up, you will be guided. So there will be a walkthrough on how to create, first of all, the company. It will automatically make you as an administrator, so you'll be able to add additional employees, set up their positions, set up their access rules, such as, are they an administrator, are they a manager, or are they both? Or if they're just an employee, then you won't be able to set them up as administrator manager, but I'll go through the entire setup. So let's focus now on the first feature, which is feedback. So to create a feedback, basically you have two menus. You have the top menu, and this is basically to create all what you see, all the features here. So if you want to create feedback, you click here, and objective, key result, task, and celebrate. If you want to access the information, it's on the left menu. So the side navigation bar. Side navigation bar is to access all the information that you have. As I said, the home screen is basically all your feedbacks. If you want to go to objectives, so those are the objectives that you set for yourself but for your team. If you want to go to key results, they will all show here. So let's go back to the main menu. So again, it's very simple. We wanted to create a super non-complicated interface, something that you could either create or access the information. So let's go back to feedback. We will create a simple feedback right now. So I'll click on feedback, and then you've got a pop-up screen that says, would you like to create a feedback or request one? The request feedback basically is to send a feedback request to your manager. It automatically selects the person that you report to into the organization, and it will send a request. But let's just focus on the creation. So again, very simple interface. First of all, you select a name, which employee you want to create a feedback for. Let's say Benjamin in this example. You type in the title of your feedback. You type in the feedback itself. You put a rating. So we've tried to put a universally accepted and used rating. So from 1 to 5, or poor, below average, above, and excellent. This time say, this person is doing a great job. And then you can select the impact field. So the employee impact field is a copyrighted method of evaluation for employees developed by myself and Evalflow to measure real impact of an employee on an organization. I will discuss more about the EES score, as I call it, or employee impact score in future episodes, but let's just stick to what we've planned for today's episode. So I'll say that, today's feedback is about quality and compliance. It could be about learning and growth, team collaboration, innovation, operational excellence, and so forth. I'll select this, and by hitting create feedback, then job is done. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll move on to the other features. If you want to create an objective, it's basically the same thing. You have to select the employee. You have to select the employee name. You type in the objective's name. Here you have an example. You select what's the target date, or, for that specific objective, you could say you've got a calendar there, you can do it. And the objective status. So the objective might have already started, which is in progress, might have been already completed. So your goal is to basically just to document that objective. It might have been exceeded. The employee kind of went above and beyond in that specific objective, or he hasn't started yet, which is fine. This is just not an evaluation. You're just basically creating an objective. And again, talking about employee impact field or employee impact score that we'll discuss in a future episode, you can select which impact field that specific objective has on, and you can say customer satisfaction, and you can create the objective, and it will take you to the objective screen. So I'm not going to complicate it. It's similar things for all the other tools. You can create a key result here. You can create a recognition. It's called Celebrate, but it's basically recognition. Again, drop down for all your employees. And when you're in recognition, basically, it will show you all the employees of that specific organization that you're part of, not only your team. I forgot to mention that. In the other screens, it will only show you the employees that report to you, basically. So your direct the reports. Evolveflow is in its early stages. We're in kind of like beta testing. Not really, it's functional, but we're in early stages. So obviously, if an organization feel that feedback should be created for any other employee, we're welcome to include that feature. But for the moment, basically, a manager can create a feedback to their direct reports. So I've shown you basically the features that come with Evolveflow. They're created in a simple and effective way. My goal was to create a solution that is extremely easy to use by anyone. But now I'll show you the most powerful features within Evolveflow. And since it's a solution based on AI, so we've leveraged AI to basically help you generate all that information and help your employees grow. So if we go to feedback, you have two choices. You could either do it manually, so select the employee itself, type in the title, the feedback, and the rating, as I mentioned, or you can use our generative AI to create your feedback. So by clicking on Feedback Writer, you have Conversational AI, and it's a very powerful conversational AI. You can type in basically an observation. So let's say I've observed Olivia excel at managing projects in IT. Okay, so I'm just basically writing what I observed about Olivia, and I'll just press enter. And what it does is basically AI is going to generate, the observation itself. So it'll take in whatever observation you put in. It will say Olivia has demonstrated exceptional skills in managing projects with the IT domain, her abilities. This is basically a draft, but it helps you speed up the process of creating feedback. There's a lot of time that we find the creating feedback itself, documenting it, and sometimes even putting the right structure to it. It's time consuming, and not all managers have the ability to do that properly. Having a conversational AI that basically understands that it's part of a solution to manage performance makes all this very easy. You only have to put in your observations, and it's a conversational chatbot, as I mentioned. So if you want to tweak in any of the existing feedback that it provided, you can type in a follow-up question. You can say, "Can you please add a growth plan?" That feedback to manage, I don't know, other projects. Sky is the limit. And it will remember what you've already discussed. It will just add the information. So here it says, certainly here's a revised version of the structured feedback that includes a growth plan aimed at managing other projects. And it will continue generating. Again, this is just draft. Then you can take in that information and create your most impactful and very well structured feedback for your team members. You have to basically just copy paste it. In a future version, we'll be able to kind of automatically create a feedback from that. But for now, you have to copy paste it and put it here as information. So you could just copy paste it and take the title and create the feedback for all of you. This is the generative part for creating feedback. I'll move into objective. So if you click on create objective, you also have an objective writer powered by AI. And here you will say, I create an objective to increase customer retention for our SaaS solution for 2024. So writing simply what you want to achieve in a very simple words. The AI is going to suggest create a smart objective for you. So for those that most of us in the HR business understand what a smart objective is, but be very specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. All this will be taken into consideration, and it will suggest an objective. Obviously, you can say, I would like you to shorten it in one sentence, or you could say, I don't want more than, the objectives to be more than 100 words. You can follow up question. You say, can you write it in no more than 100 words? And as you can see, it will highlight it in bold. It will say increase customer retention by 15% for the SaaS solution by December 31st, 2024. So here you have it. You can also copy paste it and create your objectives. We rely on AI to basically help you generate all that information. And once it's done, you will see it's stored here. You can click on the employee itself to look at all their objectives. Or you can update that specific objective, whether it's completed or, if the impact field is different. So I hope this explains basically the main features of Evalflow. I will dive in the next episode into our most powerful feature, which is EvolBot. So EvolBot basically is a chatbot, conversational chatbot that understands and knows everything about the employee from all the past feedbacks, objectives, key result tasks, and recognitions that you've entered. It looks at all that information and it helps you help that employee to grow, to be at their best performance. And it's also a conversational AI for the employee themselves. So they can say, hey, I would like to grow in the business. I would like to, change position. I would like to grow in my department. Can you establish a growth plan? The AI itself looks at all the past information, the hire dates, the department, whatever information you have about that employee within the platform of Evalflow, and it will create all that. I will leave that into the next episode to explain it. we believe that this solution can help you grow as a business, because if you help your employees and your teams in an effective and efficient manner, then the entire organization will grow with it. We're, as I said, still in development phase, so we'd love to partner with any businesses that are interested in using our solution, speed up their performance management process, use AI to create impactful feedbacks and objectives, OKRs, and all that. And I also wanted to basically mention that Evalflow has partnered with Cohere. So Cohere is similar to OpenAI, another company in the AI business. But we chose to do business with Cohere, not because OpenAI is great. OpenAI is amazing and has wonderful capabilities. After a few testing, we found out that Cohere basically was trained on enterprise and very good information as a language model. So we've seen very consistent and very results that basically align with what we want to create as a solution in performance management. We will use OpenAI for other features in the future, but right now, if you're curious, it's powered by Cohere. In one of my future episodes, I'll discuss what's the difference between Cohere and OpenAI and why you should choose one versus the other one, just based on my experience. So for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Join me, as I said again, for my next episode talking about EvolBot, which is a conversational AI that understands the employee file entirely. I hope you join me for my next episode with AI innovations. Again, my name is Younes. I'm your host. Thank you for joining me today.